Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
I'm Katie.
And did you know that 35 years ago, on November 28th, 1995, a Christmas fantasy parade debuted, and it's the longest running holiday parade at the Disneyland Resort.
Is it the longest? So I know it's obviously the longest running parade at Disneyland Resort. Is it the longest?
Holiday parade.
Sorry.
Because
yes.
Electrical Parade's the longest running. Not consecutive. You could make arguments.
Sure. Is it the longest running holiday parade, period?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
Interesting.
That would be interesting to know.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things I think about. Because I'm like, I choose that one mother for that one thing. Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Keep going.
Considered. Yeah. Because I don't know that Walt Disney World has had a super long running holiday parade.
I am not sure that's accurate because they've had that one for years that I think has been updated. Is it Very Merry? Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Their holiday one as much.
So then that'd be their version of a Christmas fantasy. Because Christmas fantasy, I always say, Ship of Theseus. Is it even still Christmas fantasy? Because
yes, it is. What?
I'll come back to this.
You probably will.
I will.
What should people do, Katie?
You should subscribe to us here on YouTube or go to youtube.com/dapsmagic and subscribe there if you're somehow not watching this on YouTube or a podcast or something. You should go to patreon.com/dapsmagic. We have an after show for this show, which is really fun, and Tiana is being a menace. And you should also go to the comments and tell me if you think that I should do Tiana's hair like mine with this little ponytail on top, and if we should match. And then you might be featured for comments.
There you go. Or if you have any other comments you'd like us to respond to, put them in there and we will hit them towards the end of the show.
We'd be matching.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Dad. Thanks, man. Thanks, Mr. Daps. Thank you, Mr. Dad. Thanks, man.
Now it is our favorite time of the night where we get to talk about Muppets. This week, as we run out of space, it is Gonzo. I think there's like 4 or 5 more to go. I'm like, maybe that's what we have to do, but then it might be hard to read, or who knows.
Make it a 10-point font.
Gonzo this week.
Gonzo with the wind.
That was a win that we had Gonzo, I thought.
Thank goodness.
We're getting closer to the end of this. Who do you think it is going to be this coming week? Has Lips been picked?
Lips has.
Okay. I think we heard Clifford last week has not been picked.
Okay, I'm going to go back to Gloria Estefan.
I like Gloria Estefan. That's good. Let's say Clifford and Gloria Estefan is yours.
Yeah. So
okay.
Gloria Estefan was my first pick. If you roll back the tapes, first pick I ever had was Gloria Estefan. I'm going to go back to Gloria Estefan.
Which is appropriate because it's Murray's birthday today and he loves Gloria Estefan. Yeah. So that's, I think, very perfect.
Who doesn't?
I don't know. Like, Gloria Estefan is a very good...
She's a penguin that drinks martinis.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
It is weird, though, that of all of the penguins in the Muppets, suddenly Gloria Estefan looks different than every other one.
Does she?
I think so.
I thought she was like every other.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think she looks a lot cuter.
I'm investigating.
You can investigate.
Yeah, so she is named Estefan Muppet. Yes, like Cosmic Rewind, Conga. She is oh yeah, Gloria Estefan's like a really cute penguin. And do you know?
Yeah, I remember what she looks like.
Do you know who is?
She is technically a baby penguin, but the design's still different. It's an interesting thing.
The performer was for
who?
Gloria Estefan.
Who?
Peter Linz.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There we go. So let us know who you think the Muppet of the Week will be. We will continue to follow this as long as they continue to do it. And then we'll have to find something else to cover at the beginning of the show. I don't know. Maybe we'll just go back to moving into the show like we used to. We will see.
And for Itzy, the lore is that she was smuggled from Argentina, and she's named Gloria Estefan because it was the only Spanish name Miss Piggy could think of.
There you go. All right. Today is not only Moomy's birthday, as Jenny would say.
Yeah.
It's also Mickey and Minnie's birthday.
Whoa.
And as is often the case at the Disneyland Resort, they had a cavalcade for Mickey and Minnie's birthday. And this was interesting this year Because if you look at this picture, you see blue skies. 15 minutes before, it was still raining.
How hard was it raining?
For a while, it was raining pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, so it started raining a little bit after 11:30, I want to say, at Disneyland, and the cavalcade was supposed to be at 12:15. At exactly 12:15, from where I was standing in the town square, I could still see sprinkles coming down decently, and I wonder what would have happened if it had rained, because I don't remember that happening before on Mickey's birthday or Minnie's birthday.
Yeah.
And that seems to be a trend that we're having this last week. But it was interesting. So this year, I put myself on the southeast corner of Town Square, because the last few years, that's where Mickey and Minnie have been with the fire truck. Like, they stop right there, and then the band's behind them and the Dapper Dans and all of that stuff. Well, this year, completely different. We had Duffy in front of us in a car, and is it Shelly May? And then next were some dancers that were basically all of a third of the street there. And then there was a float with the Dapper Dans and I think Chip and Dale on it. Then the Disneyland band, almost to the end of the street. And Mickey and Minnie stopped in front of City Hall.
Huh.
So if you look at our multicam video, we were set up perfectly for what we thought was going to happen that didn't. And I had to, while filming with one hand, whip my phone out and hold it way up and zoom down to the other end of Town Square to try to get anything that was happening, because nothing was happening near us. It was a very interesting choice to do. I'd be curious what other people think about this, because it was definitely...
That's definitely different.
And the hardest to see them for singing Happy Birthday.
Yeah,
like, I would always put them in the middle.
They're
Like,
the guest of honor.
Yes.
They should be right in the middle.
You should have them in the middle of every show stop. Like, whether it's Main Street, I don't know if they did Small World or not, I don't remember now. But wherever they stop, they should be in the middle so the greatest amount of people can see them. And I get the whole, like, oh, we're building to the climax of Mickey and Minnie's birthday.
Which would make sense if it was just a cavalcade.
Yeah,
Stop.
But the moment you do a show stop, it changes the name game.
Yeah.
So it was an interesting thing. We still saw them. It was still cute, and people. Actually, I will say it was different because of the rain. Like, the energy that's normally for this, everybody was kind of on the pins and needles of, like, is this actually going to happen? And it made for an interesting cavalcade, and a lot of people weren't prepared for the rain today. Like, the rest of the weekend, there's been tons of ponchos, tons of umbrellas. Like, people came ready for it. But today,
there was no rain on the forecast.
There were some umbrellas, but I didn't see hardly any ponchos. The rain was not supposed to happen, but that is why I wore my raincoat.
Someone I work with, they drive a soft top convertible.
Mm-mm.
And so when there is rain in the forecast, they cover the car. This is consistent. And we had just been talking about, there's no rain in the forecast. And he went, yeah, my car's not covered, because if there's rain in the forecast, I cover my car. Maybe 30 minutes later,
so it's their fault.
The heavens opened.
Yeah.
And we all kind of looked at him. We went, do you want to go? And he was like, yeah. And so he immediately went. And I feel bad. Sorry, Michael.
There you go. All right. Well, that was Mickey and Minnie's birthday. It's fun and always a highlight of the year. Now wait for the next big thing to happen. And
I'm still waiting for them to turn 100.
That's going to be soon.
3 years?
Yeah, it's very soon. We were speculating about what they might do for that. We will see. Storybook Land reopened this weekend on Friday, and in between tons of rain coming down, we were able to see it and go on the attraction and get sprinkled on a little bit.
I'm just glad I got to see the ducks in the London park.
True.
I really like
the Ducks of Doom.
I don't know what
the Doomsday Ducks.
I don't know what that park is actually called.
The Peter Pan Central Park.
Yeah.
Or is that Central Park?
I don't know. The one where there's
London Park. Whatever that thing is. We know what you're talking about.
Giant ducks.
Giant Ducks of Doom. It'd be a really good live action, or not live action, stop motion. Like, wouldn't that be a funny stop motion pic?
I would like that.
I think that'd be hilarious.
But yeah, that was
So why don't we start the day
Okay.
on Friday,
Sure.
which started with us going to the media event for the holidays at
Mhm.
Disneyland Resort. This also was the day that Storybook Land was reopening. What was the minor technicality with all of this, Katie?
Rain.
Rain.
So much rain.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. It's like, how much rain was there?
Like, I think we got roughly 3/4 of an inch of rain.
There was a lot of rain.
And that's a lot of rain, especially in California, because the thing that people sometimes forget about Southern California, Mighty Ducks. I think the thing that people forget is that the infrastructure of Southern California is not built for heavy amounts of rain. It is built for sprinkles.
So the common question at the media event, as we're doing these interviews and taking pictures with Mickey and Minnie and Three Caballeros and Chip and Dale and Goofy, was, so what you doing next? Mainly because everybody was a little bit daunted, I'm gonna guess, by the rain, because it was coming down pretty good. And we're like, well, we're gonna go find stuff to cover in the parks. But it was very clear by 10 in the morning, like there was not going to be a Christmas fantasy parade. There was not going to be the Mirabelle's Gifts of the Season. There was not going to be the mariachi show. There was not going to be Deadpool. There was not going to be Believe in Holiday Magic. Like, it looked like it was all gone. We didn't expect to be able to get on this and see this new tower with some really cute details.
We had been watching it all day and we're like, there's no way it's going to happen.
So it was open in the morning, then closed. And then right after the cavalcade happened in the afternoon, it opened for like 45 minutes. And then it was closed the rest of the day.
Yes.
But we got to see it. What did you think of it?
I really enjoyed it. I also don't go on Storybook Land frequently for two reasons. One, the entire boat system scares me. And two, the entire queue scares me. It's very tight.
So what did you think of it?
But I loved it. I also was just so, when I'm saying I don't go on Storybook Land very often, I forget how charming the entire attraction is. And I felt like the new Tangled scene completely fits in. I also really loved it. I think it's Cinderella Castle in the background when you're first coming in.
Oh, when you're looking at the other direction.
Yeah. When you're first coming in, it's on the other side and that's not where your attention is, but you see it. It's just beautiful. And then when we came back around on the other side, like there's so many fun little details for the movie. And at no point did I feel like it was out of place or like it didn't fit. I am all for, I think that Storybook Land should have more stories that families recognize together. And I think that, yeah, there's going to be Frozen. There's going to be Rapunzel. There's going to be like, I love it. I think it's magical. And I think the music's really nice. So.
Yeah, and it changes at night. We do have video of both of those up on our YouTube channel. I think it's a very nice thing. I was surprised how far away from the bridge it was because the concept art made it look like it was going to be right up next to the bridge. But it's really a good, I don't know, 12, 16 feet out. And then there's a path that goes down to the little dock thing that they have hanging off the edge, which is also cute. Somebody really thought, how would you get a boat into the water here? And that was impressive, actually. Even looking at the engineering of like, oh, this is how the boat would get lowered right here. Like they did a really good job with that. Music was great. The little path where you could see all of the posters, the wanted posters.
They just can't
for Flynn Rider, great. If you look really closely at them, apparently each one is different. That might be another adventure for us to go at some point and check out. I don't know, or even take my zoom lens and try to get really up close on each of those if we can go fast enough.
But it wasn't fast enough. No,
it's hard. But I think it's a nice addition. My only question, and I loved it, was did it fit the scale of everything else in the attraction? Because I realized afterwards, I was like, I think it felt big to me.
Okay.
And part of that was just looking as we went around the corner. I was like, I don't know. And I don't know that I would have done it differently anyway. It was just one of those things that popped into my head was like, is the scale the same? I don't think it is, but who knows? Maybe they did the math and it is.
don't know, because right immediately after that scene, when at the end of the attraction, it is Atlantis and the Little Mermaid. I do think it's like to scale with that. The only thing it might not be to scale. What?
Go for it.
You disagree with me. That's okay.
Yeah.
I think it might not be to scale with Cinderella Castle, but that is also because it is a forced perspective thing.
Yes.
And so I think that might be the trick. Anywho.
It might be.
It might be. Yeah.
All right. So as the rain came down,
Down.
characters were hard to find because they were all hiding places. We did see some of them in the media event. Here is what they all look like in their new outfits.
They're cute.
We got to meet quite a few of them. I have now seen all of them in the quote unquote wild as I've been walking around the parks the last few days. I think as much as I love Mickey and Minnie's outfits, and it is their birthday,
there's a clear winner.
Chip and Dale take the
They're
win.
So cute.
They're adorable.
Like, it was so funny because I had seen glimpses of the photos, like of this photo, but I hadn't really studied. I hadn't been like, oh, what is this person wearing? The second that I saw Chip and Dale at the event, I gasped and I wanted to like run over to them because it's so fitting and it's so cute. I think that Chip and Dale's seasonal costumes lately have just been so on point.
Somebody's having fun.
They're so good.
It was interesting though that Mickey and Minnie had longer lines than Chip and Dale, and I guess they're the
stars.
The stars,
the
but
cheese.
It surprised me a little bit. We also got the Mickey's Holiday Cavalcade on Friday, which was one of the rainy day offerings, and I guess we also got the Small World lighting.
That was fun.
I love a good rainy day cavalcade. Like, I think it's one of the most fun / funny things you can get. And just because you recognize, especially at Disneyland, the rain's impacting everybody. And so they're like, what do we have? Let's put them in anything with a cover. And it's great. We're going to put happy music. They're going to wave. Everybody's going to have fun. And it's this little bit of happy spirit that goes down the parade route out of nowhere. And then it's done. And
we saw Santa. We saw Mrs. Claus.
We heard Santa. I actually think is more important because that's what you see or hear in a Christmas fantasy is you hear Santa, wishing people, and he did not have a mic on.
He did not.
You could hear him laughing. You could hear him yelling "Merry Christmas"
because
it was great.
That's the magic of Christmas.
It was, and the magic of a good, projection.
You can only hear Santa if you believe.
There you go. We did finally get to see Santa on Sunday. The Christmas Fantasy Parade finally made it. It's exactly the same as last year, except it's celebrating its 30th anniversary and 30th year because it missed a year.
Yeah, that is
normally they would be 1 year off, and
but
this way it worked out. It was kind of an interesting thing.
Forbes 30 under 30.
Yeah. But this. People were waiting for actually not as long as I thought. Like an hour out, there were still plenty of seats.
Really? That's surprising.
But 45 minutes out, everything was packed. And I'm assuming that will only get busier. Love this parade. I'm glad. Keep it going. Like, especially the trumpet players.
Well, yes. I think that the toy soldiers are like the most magical thing about a Christmas fantasy, but also like seeing Santa on his sleigh. I think the reindeer are so fun. There's also just something about when you hear the bells and that like count
in the open
for a Christmas fantasy, like that is just there is something so like that is Christmas to me at Disneyland specifically.
Yeah, I think as I was walking out tonight, you could see how deep the crowds were to watch, especially the second parade in the dark. It's even more exciting. But I do think it's probably one of the most popular parades, period. Yeah. Because I don't know that when we were walking out after for second, granted times are way later, for Paint the Night, that they were that deep of people trying to see it. Like, it's popular, but I would wonder if maybe even Christmas Fantasy is more popular.
Opening weekend for Paint, I think, because this was opening weekend for.
But it only gets worse. Like opening weekends when you go to see this, because not everybody's there yet. It's gonna get worse as the season progresses.
Okay.
Like that's the hard part with Christmas Fantasy Parade. All right. We also saw Disney Viva Navidad. That is back only on Saturdays and Sundays. Remember this. It's that weird.
So sad.
It is. Especially because it's so ridiculously popular. Like people love it. And understandably, like the music's great. The costumes are fantastic. I think they updated them last year and they just look so happy and vibrant. And I kind of wish I hadn't cropped out the guy that's on the left of this picture because he was the most excited mariachi guy I think I've ever seen. Really fun. We made new friends while we were waiting for that. It was a blast. Sunday afternoon, we also got story time with Deadpool. It's back.
My gosh.
There's jokes. There's jokes made about it coming back.
Oh, of course.
That like, you know, they'd already overstayed their welcome last year. And,
Wonderful.
you know, something like that.
I do like that his unicorn does have a festive look to it.
Oh yeah. Like it's everything you remembered it being last year with a few more topical jokes from this year thrown in, and of course the interaction with the crowds or the kids in front, or you know, like all of that fun stuff. It was great. I will be curious because it had just stopped raining, and I think the first two shows didn't happen. One show, something like that. So I was at the first two shows that did end up happening. And as you can see in this picture, the ground is still very wet. So they did not make us sit. So we were sitting up close or standing up close and not having to sit, which is my dream. And but people didn't show up for it that early either. Like if you got there within 15, 20 minutes, you were fine. Whereas previously you had to get there a little bit earlier. So interesting, fun. It was great. I'm glad it's back. The real adventure of the night, however, on Sunday was Believe in Water Time Magic. No, in Holiday Magic, but it might have been Water Time Magic because an hour before the show started, it started sprinkling. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And definitely did not have an umbrella or a raincoat that day, just a trench coat and my bag. And then by about, what was it, 9 o'clock, full on pouring to the point where I was second row in front of the walkway. I thankfully, when I noticed it was starting to rain and the ground getting wet, I basically picked up my backpack and held it between my knees. So it'd be under my jacket, not get like equipment wet, and then also not on the ground, which was very fortuitous because within seconds, there was 2 inches of water.
Holy moly. Remember
people's
what I said about
blankets.
The infrastructure?
Yeah. People's blankets were underwater, like because it happened so fast.
Holy guacamole.
This couple that were next to me thankfully picked up their 2 blankets, and they did have an umbrella they were kind of sharing with me and this other guy that were just standing there like, get in, it's fine. And I was like, you guys need to, you have a baby. And we all kind of hung out under this umbrella and it kind of worked. But even when the fireworks started, it was still raining decently. And it was an adventure. We have the video up. You can see it was gorgeous though, because it did reflect off the ground, and that was a home run. Like that made it worth it, even though drenched, miserable, all of that stuff.
Yes.
Today, I did film Mirabelle. I did film the mariachi with Miguel. That's what they should just call it, mariachi with Miguel at Christmas,
instead of
because it's a really long name. Miguel's Merry Christmas Mariachi Show. I don't know. Something short. I like that better. But so we have those videos. Those are going up as we speak. I think one did go up, but we will have those up and we'll have more to cover. But that's all the big, massive things for the holidays. So what is your absolute favorite before we move on? Holiday offering. I mean, maybe it's even gingerbread. Probably not. That's probably mine, but you know. I did pitch gingerbread at the exit of Haunted Mansion again. Holiday.
I would say A Christmas Fantasy.
It's hard to beat.
Classic.
I really do though love when you get the full. So we got B mode of Believe in Holiday Magic, and that to me is right up there also. Like I just think that is such a magical. That might be my favorite fireworks show, just because it captures all of the Disney. Yeah. Like, I love Remember, I love Wondrous Journeys, Happily Ever After, but it's hard to beat the nostalgia factor and the snow and all of like, they just hit everything, I think, in some
even
regards
Holiday
with
Magic
this.
does remind me of you.
It's a good show. It's a very good
It's
show.
very Mr. Daps.
All right. Speaking of other good shows, we do need to get to these before we run out of time. But Taylor Swift, the end of an era. I said I would get Taylor Swift into the show for you, and I did. Taylor
wild.
Swift, the end of the era, end of an era,
Yeah.
is coming next month. I think, is it December 12th on Disney Plus?
12th to the 13th.
I think it's the 12th.
Okay.
And what did you think? We got a new trailer this last week.
I really loved it. Mainly because there is something really special about watching somebody blossom when they are loved. And I think that not only is Taylor loved by Travis Kelce, obviously, but you can tell that she loves those dancers and they love her back and they love that, like, the team loves her and the band loves her and like anybody that works on this production really loves her and wants to make it like successful. And so there was just something that made me, and yeah, you can be like, oh, you're just a Swiftie, you just cry about everything, whatever. I just think there's something really magical about this person being able to like live out her wildest dreams. And not a joke, that was not a pun, but like that's a Taylor Swift song. The message on the screen or like on the stage every night when she was going up that was like personalized for each show. We get to see inside the cleaning cart, like all of these things. And yes, you can be like, well, Taylor Swift just wants to make money off of people that like her, whatever. I do think that there is also this passion that she has for the fans, that she does with the love that's given to her. She gives the love back. And I think it's super special. I'm so excited to watch this. Like, so excited. It's going to be really fun.
There you go. I think it's going to be fun just to see behind the scenes. I like a good documentary that you get to see how things work. And I feel like that's probably going to be a part of this, whether it's through the systems of the social structures of her organization and her support network to, oh, that's how that works. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of fun things to see in that in terms of behind the scenes. Like, that part's cool.
He just wants to see all the guitars.
That too. That's great. Or the sound booths would be cool, or the lighting control.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of
The
cool
stage
stuff.
manager.
There's a lot of cool stuff that they have. And it'll be fun to see. And it will also be interesting to see the title's the end of an era, which it really does end. Like, it's kind of that punctuation mark on the Eras tour, where it's like she's put out, now it'll be 2 concert videos from it, because they'll have that on Disney Plus as well. And then
there's also a rumor in that in the trailer they show concert footage from Red tour and from Reputation tour. Reputation tour got taken off of Netflix.
Oh, so they think it's coming to Disney Plus or something?
Part of the Masters deal was that Taylor Swift now owns everything. She owns her videos, she owns her tour videos, she owns movies, she owns everything.
So it could all end up on Disney Plus.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay. It seems like Bob Iger's into that, so
could be fun.
That could be interesting. But it still doesn't change the statement that the name seems perfectly picked, that it is the end of an era and the end of the Eras tour. And the next, whatever that's going to be, is going to be very different, I would guess, and probably a little ways off, just because her life is about to take a major pivot, and it'll be interesting to see what comes next.
Sure.
Speaking of coming next, we don't need a lot of time on this, but there was a teaser released for Moana, the live action version, and it's short. You hear I am Moana. You see, well, no, you don't. You see some of the main characters. You do see Maui in other form and a silhouette form, but you don't really see him, which I think is what everybody's waiting for. Like Dwayne Johnson's going to be hilarious. Like, in some ways, that's all you need for this movie is just watching them. But I was impressed with her voice. Like, she does a good job. She sounds a lot like the original.
Yeah.
It seems like it'll be a lot like the original, and it'll be fun and it'll be cute. And
am I the only one that thinks it's weird that we're getting a remake so soon after this came out the first time? It's only 10 years.
I would say that's probably because of Dwayne Johnson. I feel like he wants to do it again before he can't. And like, I agree with you in general, but
in general.
Yes. But yeah, you know, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. I personally, I'm like, you know, up until now, like Aladdin was the most like
no Stitch.
Oh, Stitch. Even then, over 20 years. This is going to be roughly 10 years to the day. I was like,
it'll be interesting. We'll see.
It's going to be very interesting for sure.
All right. Well, now it's time for
comments.
All right. As I'm looking through the comments, I do see a few things here. If you have more that you'd like us to respond to, let us know. Yes, Gloria Stefan is technically a baby penguin. Kensington Gardens. I think they call it like
they call it
they have a Disney name for it when you're on it's in our video even, but I'm spacing the name at the moment. It's like London Park. I think it's London Park.
I want to say it's London Park. I could be
there's no AC/DC and no sitar player at Disney. That kind of doesn't surprise me because there isn't any performer at Sonoma Terrace this year. And
part of me is grateful for, because I like to just have my peace and
it is packed there. At least I've been there, or I've walked by there 3 or 4 times this week, and every day it has been packed. Mostly Festival of the Holidays, because I think one of the more popular booths is right there.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. I do see your Dapsmosphere of the Main Street Holiday Loop. I'm actually working on that, ideally in the rain, Bailey, because I think that'll chase people away. That was the one I was thinking of. So we will see if we can pull that off. If I do it late enough at night, you'll also get a snow moment, because I think they do like a 10:30 at night Jingle Bells snow moment. That's not the one they do before, believe. And so that could be fun as well. Do we think Moana is necessary? No. Will you still watch it and be thinking it is so cute? Yes, says Itzy.
It's true.
I think that's totally it.
And when I saw little baby Moana with like the wave thing, I was like, okay,
very cute.
This is adorable. Do I know how I feel about live action Hey Hey yet? No, I don't. But
so here's me with that. I saw online everybody hating on it, and when I saw it on the teaser, I was like, oh, that's not nearly as. I was like, if you're gonna do a live action Hey Hey, that's about what I would expect.
Yeah.
So yes. Did they incorporate the new version or the new verse in Small World Holiday? No, they did not. It's exactly the same as you've heard it every other year. And it's beautiful. Like, they did a nice job. Yeah. But
I was jokingly disapproving, and then I was like, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
I just love It's a Small World. I love It's a Small World Holiday. I think it is wonderful, and I think it's magical. Yeah, I think that It's a Small World and the lighting every night is one of like the most Christmassy things to me at Disneyland.
No, they do a fantastic job with it. And then you add the rain this weekend, even better. Like, that is one of the ones that actually get so much better with the rain.
And
so does Main Street.
In the rain, and it's so
in the castle, like all the lights do a fantastic job. And there's new lights in New Orleans Square and a few other places around the park. And yeah, that's it.
Love it.
All right. What should people do, Katie?
You should, wow, why did I just blank on that? I started going to the first one. You should go to dapsmagic.com, check out all the Disney and geek news as it happens. You should subscribe to our mailing list so you don't miss any of it. And also go to patreon.com/dapsmagic, where you can go catch the after show for this show. And we don't even know. We go into that with no agenda, and it's,
unless I think of something.
Yeah, well.
Also, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have basically everything that we talked about tonight up there, including a couple things more as I'm getting through them, including I recorded Life Day Chewbacca today. So that will be going up very soon. You won't want to miss that. And yeah, I think that's it. We got a lot more going up there. You don't want to miss any of it. So make sure to subscribe over there. But that is all the time we have for you this week. So we will see you round the corner.
Bye.